what does self-care actually look like? I'm Kathy Bertulli from theintimacydojo.com, here with Monique Darling and Peter Peterson from everydaytantra.com. And I mean, whenever someone talks about self-care, the first picture I get is a bubble bath with candles and rose petals floating around, and this woman with her hair up and, you know, like a glass of wine.
Scented candles.
Yes, yes. But true self-care doesn't often, it's sometimes not that pretty. It's much more about the routine things that we do for ourselves.
Self-care to me is, I found that it's much more important the things that you say no to, because then you have more time to just really concentrate on you. So it's getting really clear on, you know what, just because I have the capacity to go hang out with 10 people today, I'm going to limit it to 2 people, or I'm actually going to go walk in nature, or I'm going to sleep a little bit longer instead of trying to watch that movie or play that game or whatever the pieces are that feel like in the moment, oh well, this will feel so good, that you're actually taking away from being able to take care of your body.
Yeah.
Or someone reaching out to you like, oh, I really need you to run around and do all these errands for me. And you may not have the capacity or the energy to do it. So it's learning to say no to the things that you need to help really take care of yourself.
Yeah, tonight there's a really fun event in Oakland that you guys are going to, and I originally planned to go, and there's people I really want to see, and it's been a really, really hectic week, and we had a really great weekend, but a lot going on, and sometimes it's not fun, it's not glamorous. I'm going to stay home and finish the laundry and get ready for work, but that's the right thing for my body and what I need right now. And some of it might be like having a budget if that's what you need, or like paying your bills. Not the glamorous things you see on TV with the model lounging on the chair on the beach.
But it's taking moments of even walking outside. There's a sunny moment in the middle of the day, and just going out and sitting in the sun for 5 minutes, regardless of what it is. If there's this whole stack of paperwork on your desk, or the kids need supper, or whatever's happening, like take those 5 minutes, because then when you're going to cook supper or you're working through that to-do list, all of a sudden you've resourced yourself so much more that you're going to be whistling while you're in the kitchen. Like you're going to be smiling at your kids instead of, oh, why am I doing this? Like I just have to do this for you. And it completely changes your outlook on how you're offering service in the world and how you're showing up, because you filled up your own battery, your own heart, your own soul first.
So Monique, you talk about ruthless self-care. Can you explain a little bit about that?
Well, it's really, really giving yourself permission to say no to the things that aren't taking care of you. Because so many of us have grown up feeling like we need to be loyal to our parents, to our friends, to our commitments, to the things that we've agreed to do.
We always put ourselves last.
We do. That's exactly it. And so as you start ruthlessly looking at, how do I take care of me first? And first of all, it's breaking apart the idea of selfishness or narcissism or all these things in our head that we feel like this is so bad to put me first. Everyone else should go first. No, if you do that, all you're going to do is keep depleting yourself, and pretty soon there won't be any of you to offer to anybody else. So the more that you're able to say, you know what, even though I in the past have had the capacity, or even though I really have the desire to offer this to you, I cannot. I'm choosing not to. Instead, I'm going to be with me. I'm going to take care of what I need in this moment. And then as you start developing the relationships where people around you not only support you, like are not only okay with that, but they're supporting you in doing it, then when you really can show up for them and you're really saying yes to doing the things that they're asking you to, then it becomes this co-creative. There's no resentment. There is coming from this place of you've had plenty of sleep, you've had the right foods, you've gone walking in the sunshine, you've had time to connect with your partner, and then you're like, oh, look, it's a totally different person because you were ruthless and took care of you first.
Yeah, I think it's slowing down is ruthless self-care, is realizing that you may not have time to do everything that you want to do, and understanding that you can change your schedule at any moment and say, hey, I just don't have time for this. I'm going to take care of my body and myself, and nurture me in the way that gives me optimal health in every single day. So it's learning how to say no.
Well, I think most of the people that are going to follow us are like people that love to help people and make a difference in people's lives. And the analogy I think of, people talk all the time about how our food now, a lot of the fruits and vegetables are nutrient depleted because the soil's depleted. So an apple in the 50s had 70% more vitamin C and different things. When we let ourselves get run down, we're giving the people around us nutrient depleted energy and attention. If we don't fulfill ourselves, if we're not organic and healthy and well fertilized, then we're not.
Great metaphor.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I see this, like I go out on dates and I have people at work and people in my life that they're not even able to focus. They're like distracted, overwhelmed. They're not really there with me. And I'm like, why don't you go home and get some sleep?
They've overcommitted to
Yeah.
too many things.
And they want to honor their commitment, but they're not really able to, even though they
Yeah.
might be there physically, it's an empty shell.
Yeah.
So I would much rather bring myself as a full person to 80% of the people that I would normally bring it to and be fully there and make a difference in their world.
Mhm. And so some of the first steps of really committing to ruthless self-care is letting the people know around you, especially the people closest to you, that you've been showing up for such a long time in ways that you thought that you had to, and you're going to start experimenting. And so sometimes you might say yes to something and not realize until the day of or the day before or even an hour before that you're not able to show up in the way that you would hope for or the way you have in the past. And so that you can start setting the stage and setting the container so that people understand you're experimenting now and what it takes to take care of you. Because I feel like I still don't know intimately what it is that I need. Like I need a lot of help to be able, and I need the freedom in the moment to be able to say, you know what, I know that I committed to this a month ago or 6 months ago, because often in our busy schedules, we commit a long ways out. And then as it gets closer, then I'm like, wow, I really do not have the capacity to do all of this. So let's scale back to here. And so the hope is that as you're experimenting and as you're continuing to fill yourself on a more regular basis, that then the next time that you the next time that you schedule something 6
You're not
months out,
overcommitting.
yeah, then it's really in alignment with you.
Yeah. And we'll often schedule things out, but we'll pencil them in.
Mm-hmm.
We're like, and as it gets closer, like, okay, now I'd like to write it in ink. And that's a good way to, like, so that people aren't investing a lot of time and energy, but they're kind of like, oh, we're saving this date. If something big comes up, either of us can cancel. So working with people that feel good with that, finding ways that you can not overcommit or that you can gracefully extract yourself from things you're overcommitted to without leaving a big hole or a big consequence. Those are good things. That's also a form of self-care.
Absolutely.
It's more important to keep your word to yourself than it is to anyone else. And the more that you learn to honor that and what your body needs, and that you are never going to abandon yourself again, then the more that your body's going to keep responding and the more room and space you're going to have to offer to all the relationships in your world.
Now you got to fill yourself up first before you can really help other people.
Put your oxygen mask on first.
Absolutely.
So we'd love to know if you have any questions or comments. Please leave them below, and we'll try to get back to you. And where can they find you?
At Everyday Tantra, and also where in the world is MoniqueDarling.com. And Peter and I are doing a group of workshops all around this called Everyday Tantra and how to put your oxygen mask on first. So come join us, and it's really slowing down and finding how those work for you.
Thanks so much for all the work you do.
Absolutely.
Thank you for listening. We hope this helped and gives you a little bit more self-care ammunition.